good. Talked to Colin earlier. So I would love to go a little deeper with Colin tonight if we could. And anybody else that wants some stimulating conversation today about different spiritual realms and different things in the world right now. How is everybody doing? How you feeling? How you coping? I have been having a rough time myself, to be honest with you. Some days are easier than others. Today went fairly smooth. I felt supported by nature, but I had a broadcast earlier today.
Good evening and welcome, Michael.
Yes, my friend. I'm so glad to have you on here. I just felt like
how's it going?
Something with a little depth.
No? Are we in?
You're in. You're full in. That does not sound right. That does not sound right at all, but that's good.
All the way in. Marvelous.
Woo!
So everything is well with the world.
Vanita, how are you, Vanita?
Oh, Vanita's in as well. Excellent. I like Vanita. We chatted the other night briefly.
Did you?
Yeah. She's
charming.
Lady.
She's charming.
She was telling me about the boyfriend that was milking his girlfriend, laid underneath her with his mouth open or something. True story. No word of a lie. No word of a lie.
Okay. There you go. I thought you meant like milking, maybe like financially. That's what I thought you were saying.
No.
Hello, Mike, and everybody. Good vibes here. Have a good day.
Light chat. It's true. I said to Vanita, how did they figure out that you could get milk from a cow, and what was the guy doing at the time? What on earth was he playing at? And that was her explanation.
Yes. Now, your microphone, is there any way you can turn it up just a smidgen? Megan, please come up. Have you met Megan?
I haven't. Is that any better? Do we have a little bit more audio on the microphone?
Yeah, that's way better. The full essence of the man. Megan is one of my all-time favorite people in the world, not just on HAPS, but in the world. I've been talking to her for now about a year, and she's just a kind soul from Australia. I think you two would get along famously.
Okay.
I'm going to put her in. Let's see here. I'm not going to push her because if I push her, she won't come up. So, you know me, a little pushy. See, you're like me, where you have no problems, right? You'll go up and talk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So today, my daughter went on with her boss. It was his first time.
Okay.
And he was a natural. Oh God, he loved it. You could tell that he was in his element. It was amazing. And I love seeing people realizing, hey, I like this. This is fun.
Yeah.
I get to connect with people all over the world. So, and he was getting, some super hearts, but I think for him, it was just being in the moment. Hello,
Lucia.
Yeah, you and I are developing an audience. I've noticed that, which is great. We can go on at any time. We'll get some people. And it wasn't always like that. When I first started doing this years ago, you were sometimes on here by yourself. So and the replays weren't like the replays now. The replays are insane on here. Like this morning, I think I had 300 people, and now it's 800 and something for the replay for the morning show. And in the morning, I'm just like, okay. And I didn't feel like doing the show this morning at all. But you know what? People are expecting it to be on, and you've got to make the effort. And I'm going to at least do it every Monday to Friday, unless I'm deathly ill. But I think some people are, that's something to look forward to, even though it's not necessarily the greatest show every morning. But I think just having that connectivity.
There's always something in there, though, with your show. There's always something in there that people can relate to, or even if they're at odds with it, it provokes some kind of reaction. You keep people alive. You keep people awake. Just one thing, though, slightly off topic, Michael. If somebody sends you an email, it's always useful to reply. Just saying, my friend. Just saying.
What did you say? Where did you send it?
The email address that you gave me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't checked that for a while.
Yeah, I know. Send me an email. Send me an email. I send him an
Send me
email.
an
And he replies,
email.
no,
I
cast
I
aside
I
like an old
I think
boot.
we want to start doing a show on Saturdays or something. Is that the idea?
Um, that was the idea. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Saturdays
Well,
would be,
we should run it by the ladies in here and say, would you like to hear the sultry sounds of Colin on Saturday morning?
sultry.
Yes.
Very interactive. Yeah.
Have you talked to Guy R. Cook? Oh my God, he is
Guy R. Cook.
so funny.
Oh,
Megan.
Guy R. Cook. I thought you said, God, you're something.
Yes, Megan. I think she's trying to get in. She's desperately trying to get in. Megan, how are we
Oh,
doing?
Michael says,
Uh,
thank you, Lucia, for your $1 Super Clap Award.
woohoo!
Whoop, whoop. Moon shadow, moon shadow.
Oh, talking. Now that was a lovely guest this morning,
Yes,
right?
great guy. Speedy beat, speedy beats
Mm-hmm,
or something. Great guy. I
mm-hmm.
want to talk to him. I want to talk to that man.
Megan's having problems getting in. I can tell.
Oh,
She's having a rough time. It's nothing we're
okay.
doing. It's sometimes the connection. I think all the way from Australia. So, but you and I
Yes.
are crystal clear. And you upgraded your internet. You said.
Well, what happened? Long story short, the
Yeah.
engineer came out to repair it. He told me it was repaired. He came up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't repaired. He went away. I got in contact with the providers, and they said even short term, they're going to put some data on my phone and use the phone as a mobile hotspot. So that's what I've done, and everything is spot on now.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, love it.
perfect. So the people in the room, we do this every day. I didn't really do it this morning. I don't know why. I think I wasn't myself, but we can do it now. What are you currently grateful for? What is bringing you a sense of peace? Anybody in the room? Anybody in the replay? Yeah. And Vanita said, "Oh, Michael, I am with my mom visiting. Thanks for asking me to join. But next time, have a great day. Love and kisses."
Oh,
Well,
that's
there you
sweet.
go. We like love and kisses. We
We
need
do,
those. They keep
we
us
do.
going. Did you watch the Prepper Show at all?
I wasn't going to mention that. I caught it.
Yeah. And
It
not
was.
not 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 your thing.
Um, it was interesting. The topic was an interesting topic. It didn't seem to have any zest. To be
No
fair,
zest. No
no
zing.
zest, no
It's
zing,
not
no
like
no no no
it's not like
pizzazz.
it's not like Helen. When we have Helen in here, there's zing. Yes.
Zing and pizzazz
And
and all
zap.
that stuff.
And zoopity
Yeah,
doo.
yes, Batman. Right, just give
But
me just pizza coupons in the mail today. Wife is just ordering now. Most marvelous guy. I'll cook. Right, just give me 2 minutes, Michael. I need to fill
Mhm.
my cup up with tea.
Yes, do that. That's
Thank you.
great.
I'll be back.
What is life without pizza coupons? That's what you're going to ask yourself. And how much pizza do people consume within, the USA and Canada? I bet you it's an insane amount. Is pizza good for you? I'd say no. So what I've been doing, I don't know if you've noticed from my accordion neck here. If you see here, I've lost quite a bit of weight. I've lost, let's say 20 pounds, maybe 25 pounds. And I've been staying away from anything that is in a box or anything that isn't alive. So I'm eating things that are rich in nutrients, right? I'm doing the juicing thing. It's expensive without coupons. It is. It's expensive. I love it. I love it. Who's doing the dishes, though? He said that's the key to a good marriage. You got to know who's doing the cooking. So technically, he who pays for the pizza, did they do the cooking? And then the other person, not that there's a lot of dishes with pizza, really, unless you're a crazy eater or you do all the dipping sauce, which is pure lard. I remember when I would get pizza for the girls and they would get so excited and it would be like they would be so upset because they didn't have the right dipping sauces. If you didn't have the right dipping sauces, you didn't have the right pizza. There are no dishes, Michael. 0 dishes. So when you order your pizza, do you get it like one of those deals where you get the chicken wings and you get some pop and the napkins and all that stuff? Do you do that at all? No. There she is. I see you now.
Hi, that took a little while.
Yeah, that was tough. Do you
Bit
want
of
to
bit of
make?
bit of IT messing around there.
I wonder if we were better off to just keep you on vocal because you'll probably crash. We can try bringing you up. Let's try it. And if it gets crazy, we'll bring you down, but we won't see you. I'm worried that you'll fade in and out. But you right now you look great. It's always nice to hear your voice. How many times did you have to try to get in? Eh? There you are.
Quite a few times. Yeah.
How have you been? Are you mad at me first off? Oh, how many seconds? And she dropped. What was that, folks? 4? 4 seconds? 4 seconds. We had 4 seconds of glory. Okay, if she comes up again, we won't put her up because I think it was too much. It's too much for her phone. Yeah, see. Oh, she's trying again.
Did
Do you
that
want?
work?
Yeah. Do you want me to?
I pressed a button because I can't actually see what's going on in the screen, so I was just trying
Yeah.
to get to the right place.
Well, that's what happens when you're a button pusher, right?
I
You come
yeah,
in, you come in, you come out. Can you tell the people in the
I'm pushing all the wrong buttons.
yeah, if you can tell the people in the broadcast, if you want, the kind of work you do, which I think is so fascinating. She's not a prepper.
No, I'm not a prepper. very, very much not a prepper, but it's interesting. Interesting
Colin
stuff.
said that was sleepy. Have you ever talked to Colin? I think you and Colin would get along well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he seemed like a nice guy.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's a smooth operator like Sade. Yeah.
I love that song. I
Do
love
ya?
that song. Yeah.
I feel so old when I think of Sade. I do. You know, there was that
Why?
song nothing can come between us. And I think she was riding a horse and she was on there and I was like, that is one of the most beautiful creations God has ever made. I remember when I saw it on
Oh,
video.
oh, just she's the whole package, man. Yeah,
I wonder
she's
how old she
amazing.
is now. She's got to be in her 50s. She has to be.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. We
She's a
have all
beautiful woman.
kinds of
So how have you been? How have you been?
I've been busy. A little off kilter, to be honest. I've almost too many things juggling.
Yeah.
Why? Is your intuitive side getting that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you've been on a lot of podcasts and broadcasts and lots of stuff going on for you. I thought, yeah, I'll bet that's taking a bit out of you.
I like that part, and then I've got work on top of it, and then I'm still, a father and a husband, and it's just I think many people right now either have too much going on or not enough. So, and they would be begging to do anything. With your work, there's a lot of hours, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of hours. Because it's trauma counselling and crisis counselling and domestic violence and sexual assault. There's
Yeah.
so many people
Colin,
needing
are you
assistance.
there?
Did I bump Colin? Oh no.
No. I think he went to get a tea or something. He's probably
Nice.
he gets like a bowl of candies, and all you can hear is the wrappers. And then he's flicking his smokes. Maybe he went for smokes. You don't know. So it's all part of his routine. What I'm going to do, the reason I asked him, I'm going to do that so I can just be us. And then if we hear him, we'll bring him back up. And now we get the full glory of you. That's the way to do it. I do love the seamless tools
Oh,
that you can use on here. I like this background better. Do you have a different camera or have it on a mount or?
I'm at work.
Yes.
So I've got my high-tech phone
Yeah.
sitting on my laptop. So
Well, it
I
looks
just
great.
cobbled it
Yeah.
together, and it's working.
So there, what time is it?
It is 20 to 12 midday
That's so funny.
on
Okay.
Wednesday.
Yeah, and okay. So so when I call you at 7:40 at night, it's 12 there. I'll have to remember that. That one's good. That works. Yeah. Is
So
that a good time?
what time is it there?
7:40
In the evening.
in the evening. And
Oh,
you're a day
that's
ahead.
nice.
And you're a day
Relaxing
ahead,
time. Yeah.
right? Now I'm noticing the gap used to be 20 seconds almost, and it was brutal for us to talk to each other. But now
Yeah.
it's only maybe 5 seconds. Oh, Colin, are you back?
Yes, I believe so. I
Okay.
believe so.
Okay.
Trying to sort this out. Where am I?
There you are.
There I am.
Colin,
Hi, Colin.
Hi, how's it going?
look at that. Oh, you sexy devil. Oh, no, he's fading in and out. What the hell are you doing?
Something's
What are
happening.
you
What's
doing?
going on?
Just a peek for you, ladies. Just a
what's
smidgen. A smidgen of
happened?
me, and then I leave. What
Yeah, bear with me. There's something wrong with my system. Why is... Oh, I'm in there somewhere. I think. Yeah. It's a ghostly apparition. Ooh. Ooh.
That's awesome. Megan, tell him about yourself for a second. I'm going to pop out for 1 second, get a coffee. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. He can't be any worse than Ravi. That's the way you got to look at it.
Who are we talking about?
She used to try to get Ravi to talk about his feelings, and it was like, trying to hit her head against the wall at 100 miles an hour. All right, I'll be back.
Oh, perish such foolish things. Hurry back. Hurry back. Megan.
Hurry back. Oh, God. I'm not that scary, am I?
Oh, not at all. Not at all. I just missed half of the conversation because I was elsewhere. What did I miss? Tell me all about it.
Not a great deal. Nothing earth-shattering. I was just checking in to see how Michael was going because I haven't chatted with him for a while.
Okay.
Just talking about how people at the moment, it seems, are either really, really busy and have way too much to do, or people don't have a lot going on, but they wish they had a lot more going on. So
Yeah.
I work in trauma counselling. So I'm dealing specifically with people who go through domestic violence or sexual assault. So there's a lot of there's a lot of trauma, obviously, because we're in the middle of a pandemic, but also because we've had so many lockdowns. There's a lot of people sort of graduating out of lockdowns where I live here in Australia. So
do you find that the lockdowns are causing? Do you find that the lockdowns are causing a lot of problems, in between families with domestic abuse, etc.?
Oh, absolutely. People are stuck 24/7 with the perpetrator. And, kids are seeing things that they used to be shielded from because they were at school, or because the perpetrator was at work. But now that they're all locked down together, just the levels of the levels of domestic violence have gone up. Obviously, we see what happens on Christmas Day. It's
right.
For someone living in domestic violence, it's like every day is Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like in where are you situated in the world, Colin?
I'm in the UK.
You're in the UK. So you're probably a bit like Australians that, things go to crap. We tend to drink a lot of alcohol, which doesn't necessarily end well.
Yeah, hiding in the bottom of the bottle. Yeah, easily done. Sometimes it's a mammoth task to keep out of that bottle. I know 2 or 3 people who have been struggling with similar issues since the pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so with drinking going up, then tempers are running rampant. And
Yep.
I promise my drinking isn't up. I promise. It's been down lately, that my drinking. Are you talking about your work?
Yeah. Yep. Alcohol's a big part of my work, you know.
In the sense of you must be talking about the nitty-gritty, right? Is that what hurts families more than anything, you think, is addiction?
Oh, it's a huge factor, yes. But just saying, because of lockdown, particularly in Australia, the rates of drinking have gone through the roof. And I was just saying to Colin that he's probably seeing that in the UK because we're kind of culturally similar in that, yeah, we hide at the bottom of a bottle and that sort of thing. Whereas you've got that whole stiff upper lip going on. Whereas when Australians get drunk, it's like, yeah, party, let it all hang out.
No, trust me. When I get that way inclined, it all hangs out. Well, what little there is hangs out. Let's not go there.
Are we doing false advertising here, sir, or are we doing real advertising? We,
We're trying to reverse psychology, Michael.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Keep them guessing with oil of Olay. I know. Yeah. Yes. Okay. This is crazy.
No, only teasing. It's supposed to be a light chat in the evening.
It was a light. It's light. It's like a biscuit. Yeah. Yes.
So is it midwinter over there?
It's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, and windy. It's crazy cold.
Oh, it's cold here.
Is it? How cold is it there, sir?
Oh, it'd freeze the whatsits off a brass monkey. That's what they say.
Yeah.
That was diplomatic. Yeah.
Brother John. Brother John is someone I've known for a very long time.
And Swift Beats is here as well.
Oh, look at that. Swift Beats. Yes. All right. I have missed you something terrible, Megan. I didn't offend you in any way, did I? I hope.
No,
okay.
Not at all.
You kind of just fell off the planet there. I have a personality that sometimes can be a little overbearing, and
true.
Thank you, sir, for backing me up there. That's good.
Team support.
It's always important to help it'd be nice if I can get the camera there. Join Haps now. And we love Haps. Now, Megan,
Haps
have you
great. No, I missed you too, Michael. I needed to drop off the radar for a while and do some care for me. There was a lot of stuff spiritually wise going on around me, a lot of weird patterns and energy. And I just needed to kind of retreat into that. So I was sleeping like 16 hours a day for a while.
Wow.
You're probably awakening. You're probably awakening. That's what it is. The whole world's awakening right now. I thought you had lost that love and feeling. Whoa, that love and feeling. Bring back that love and feeling. Now it's gone. Gone. Oh. All right, Schmaltzy.
I was just miming there, so that's why you couldn't hear anything.
Well, I thought it was great harmony. I was like, wow, she's blending so well.
Is Randy in tonight at all, Michael?
Why do you need Randy? Yeah.
No, I'm just hoping he's not.
You didn't just say that, did you?
Yeah.
You saucy bugger. Look at that. We got enough drama in this place.
Oh, just plugging my book.
Are ya? Okay. Plug your book. All right. Let's see if we got here. I'm trying to invite a couple of people here, brother.
Randy's been up since 4:30 his time in Cebu.
Yeah, I spoke to him earlier on. He's a great guy. It's just that he won't go on a broadcast if somebody's smoking, apparently, because of the YouTube restrictions. But I'm sat here tonight, so I'm going to have a cigarette. If I have to go, I have to go.
Oh, Facebook. No, yeah, he said Facebook they'll give you a mark if you have someone drinking and smoking. And Ravi and I used to drink like fish on it and then be like sloppy idiots.
Yeah, me too.
What's in the mug?
Love. Love is in the mug. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Click. Yes, the light came on.
So Swift Beats, I invited you, and I also invited Brother John. I think I invited Brother John. Now, it's been doing weird things where sometimes you'll put somebody in and they don't stay in, which is very weird. But I'm noticing there's less glitches than there was. A lot less. There. Okay. Brother John, I've got your little eye symbol there up as well. But yeah. Oh, look at that. I see you too. I can reach out to you now. Megan, there you are.
Reach out.
Oh,
you look like you're reaching out to us like, please save me.
As I said, my high-tech rig is my phone resting against my laptop. So,
but it looks good.
It works. It does. It looks very professional.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, and the backdrop is perfect, and it's not anything inappropriate, and you don't have like a pile of clothing and a bed frame and everything you own.
Ouch. I'm drinking my tea.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I know damn right.
One of my great beefs about this is if you're going to go on, try to have half decent content. The other thing is to don't be swearing the whole time. Be respectful to your guest. And if you don't want to be there, don't be there. But don't come on and have your bedroom and everything else on the background and everything else going on. It takes 2 seconds to just
a bowl full of food. I'll just eating dinner.
Oh, and that's the other thing. Don't eat during the whole thing. Like drink coffee. Or eat constant candies and make noises with bowls. Do you know anybody like that?
Yeah.
So Megan, please help me. I really do need your help for a second here. So I'm finding that I don't know what day it is half the time. I feel like one week rushes into the next. I feel like I used to have the weekends to look forward to. And now I'm just doing my best to be uplifting and kind each day. But I do have a heaviness. And I think because I'm so linked to the universe, I'm feeling the collective, the sadness. And I think that's why you were sleeping 16 hours. Because if you're sensitive like we are, you feel that. And there's a desperation that's out there I've never felt before.
No, it's full on.
So it's not just me. And I'll say this is not my pain. Because this chapter in my life has been freaking amazing, to be honest. I'll look back at this later and go, wow, I've met such incredible people. And even this morning, I did not want to go on. I'll be honest with you. I had no desire to go on. And everybody I needed to be there to uplift me were there. And I think sometimes the most rewarding things are when you just say yes.
Yeah.
I had someone call me tonight and go, I'd really like to do the prepper show. And I was like, yeah, oh, okay. And I was more like, I'd like to lie down and watch TV. But yeah, but you know what? I've also learned that if something comes forward, you need it. There's something in it that you need. So
the universe will provide.
Yeah,
Even
it's
if
like
it's only once a year. Pick me up, knock you down.
yeah. What was it? George Costanza from Seinfeld that he did this thing where everything he thought he should say no, he said yes, and he had a totally different. His life started working. Yeah, I think it was
Okay.
there was an episode where he decided he was just going to say yes to everything. It didn't matter what it was. It didn't matter if it terrified him. It thought it was crazy.
Yeah.
He went, sure,
Just break the pattern. Yeah,
let's
makes
do
sense.
it. And once he broke the pattern,
Yeah.
his love life was better. People at work were happier with him. He said, clearly, everything I think I should do is wrong. So I'm just going to say yes, no matter how ridiculous. Or if I think I should say yes. What's that?
I really like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
it makes sense.
If it's okay with you, what would you tell a client that is like myself right now, not knowing what day it is, still trying to be positive? I'm noticing I'm a little better if I get more sleep. I have been napping when I can. That's helping. Sometimes the naps are more restful than a whole night's sleep. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah. See, I've never napped before in my entire life, ever. Not a napper, but I've embraced the nap. And certainly over the last 6 months, I was putting my hand up to do everything, just anything that came up anywhere. I was like, I'll do it. And then, I just burnt out just completely. And I was like, I need to just not be available for anyone except myself. So a lot of self-care for me. I thought, well, I'm going to be useless to everybody, including everyone I work with and the people I support through work, if I can't. Because I was getting snappy. I was getting snappy at people. I don't get snappy at people, but I was getting snappy. And that was really unpleasant for me to, like, I wasn't actually being snappy, but I was thinking snappy thoughts, like, just
really,
shut
really
up.
Loudly.
Get to the point, like, just
really loudly.
Yes.
Get to the meat of it.
So I would recommend for you is, even though HAPS is, taking over the world right now and it's the future, I would say being mindful of when you do need to say no. Mm-hmm. You just have gone into this mantra where you've said, I'm going to say yes to everything. And I did that, and it was good for about 4 or 5 months until I was doing it too much, and then I got snappy in my head, only in my head. Mm-hmm. So now I say take more rest, take more time for yourself, take lots of naps, but be gentle when those snappy things come up in your head.
This is good advice for everybody, not just myself, because I think collectively we're all going through this. I think we're all having times where we're feeling that heaviness. And I miss my old life. Something fierce. The normalcy of it. Go ahead.
The last 2 days, I've had literally no motivation. And I'm the person that helps people out with motivation and accountability, etc., etc. The last 2 days, it's been like getting up out of bed, come through, have a cup of tea, something to eat, a bit of breakfast, go grab a shower, come back in here, ready to start the day. No. Go back to bed. The last 2 days. I mean, I spoke to you briefly today, Michael, on your broadcast. And as soon as it finished, I was back in bed. Mm-hmm. It was crazy. It was like, what's going on? I know what I have to do. I've got all these strategies in place. I know how to motivate myself. I know when I'm caught in that loop. I've got certain things that I put into place to pull myself out of that loop. But today it was like, go back to bed.
Colin, can I ask a personal question? You don't have to answer. Have you ever suffered from depression in your life or been around someone who suffered from depression?
Oh, yeah. I've definitely been around. So I was married to somebody who had depression.
Do you feel it's like that? at all?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't depression. The past couple of days, it hasn't been depression. It's been really. How would I define it? Let me think. It's like my purpose was missing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's
I
the
feel
best way.
that. That's
That's the
beautiful.
best way. It's like my purpose was missing.
Mm-hmm.
And I say I slept on and off most of the day, and then I got up and got back on track. I was messing about uploading some audio for a broadcast because I haven't done a broadcast yet, and I came across this pilot myself and a friend Mario had done. So I put some background video to it and uploaded it just so I got a broadcast up there. So that took me 2 or 3 hours messing about editing, etc. And it's amazing once you get back into that and you're experiencing that thing that gives you the passion. I think that's the key. If you can have something that can trigger that passion again, it can bring that purpose back and bring your energy. The energy just starts to flow through you then, which is what happened. And then when you said, are you coming on? And I was just going to leave the video running, I thought, no, go get changed. Job done.
I find Megan in my life, and same with Ravi, they're both grounding forces for me. They've always been, and for the longest time, I used to just hear her. I would never see her. I would just hear her on Periscope. And there was some grounding thing about her energy. And I'm realizing tonight that she has many of the gifts that I have with the intuitive part. And she might be even better at asking things than I am, which is good. I think she says them in a better, subtle way, where without the shovel to the side of the head attack that I use sometimes, which I need to learn on. But I love what you said. You know what resonated the most? The purpose part. I have wanted more so this year than ever to feel like what I'm doing is finally like one of my friends that's crazy intuitive, and I think I've said this in many of the broadcasts, said to me, Michael, shit or get off the pot, do what you're supposed to do. The time is now. You're being shot out of a cannon. If you want support, the universe is behind you. Do it. Be kind to yourself during it. And sometimes you may have to hibernate for a day or two, or nap, or do whatever to recalibrate that energy that you have. Because I am a powerful source. We all are here.
Yeah.
That's why we're in this room together right now. And I'm finding and feeling the healing right now. And this right now is a form of meditation I'm getting from you three. Because collectively we do this. If you have people that are like-minded, you feed each other in a very positive way, and it heightens. It recharges the battery. If you're in a scope with someone who is heavy, they actually steal your energy or your life force from you. And you have to know when to say, no, I can't swim in this swamp. I can't put my boots on. I got enough mud.
Yeah, it's like 3 batteries in circuit, isn't it? And we're all connected up. So, of course, it all comes back together.
Yeah. And
it's a little bit like, go on.
And I swear we all have some past history outside this realm or something.
It's feasible. No reason to believe why not. No reason at all.
Absolutely. And I love what you said there, Michael, about your friend telling you that you need to recharge and recalibrate, because I think that's partly what might be making you feel the way you've been feeling just recently, is that the amount of people that you've been broadcasting to is and the amount of people who rely on you at least once a day has grown, and there's that expectation. So that's on your shoulders. And because you're such a giving, caring, kind person, you want to show up every day and you want to, be that vessel for other people, and which you do fantastically. And I'm so glad HAPS is here to support people like you, because there aren't many people who have your gift for doing this. But you also have to make sure that, you're taking care of yourself. And just one last thing, I don't know if this is resonating with you or not, but you said you want your old life back. And I have felt probably for the last 3 or 4 weeks that I'm walking through a bit of a nightmare. There's nothing bad happening in my life, but things have happened. It's like there's a veil that's gone over me, and I feel not right. I don't feel like myself, and I don't feel like this is the life that I want to be living right now. And I don't know if maybe that's something that you're experiencing. You've got all these beautiful things in your life. Nothing spectacular has gone wrong, and yet your body's almost gone into a trauma response of going, this is not my life, this is not my reality, this is, there's a song out there. I can't remember how it goes. But yeah, sort of just, I feel like off kilter. I really feel off kilter from my previous reality, and maybe my previous reality is a previous reality. I need to embrace this new one, which is why I've been sleeping a whole bunch, and the butterfly's about to come out. Who knows? Just chucking it out there.
If you want to go super woo, which I will for a moment, but people that are very down the pipe and more in the spiritual realms than I am are saying that this is one of the most intense quickenings in the history of the planet, and people are ascending at such a massive rate that it's doing incredible vibrational work on people, which is making them want to sleep, which is making them feel at times that they're below the curb. And what I mean by that is they're lower than low, and they have to kind of bring themselves back up. But then they'll have another day where they have boundless energy. They feel like they could paint the house and they could save the world. But the next day, it's a totally different situation. And it's very much like probably the symptoms of being bipolar. But for me, if I'm going to be completely honest, which I'd love to be with you guys because I feel safe here, more of it is I've got a deeper appreciation for what I had. And I needed that swift kick in the ass to realize how very privileged I was prior to this, and how I took little things for granted, like being able to go to the pub and have a beer with my friends and not worry and not wear a mask. And, how bizarre is it? I'm going into the bank and I'm wearing a mask. If I wore a mask 3 years ago into the bank, everybody would hit the ground and someone might come at me with a weapon.
Yeah, there was a big thing going on over here maybe last year, just before the COVID struck, where the people of different nationality were going around in the UK. There's some kind of slur on them, calling them the letterbox people. They wore the whole headdress with just their eyes showing, for religious purposes. And they were saying, they shouldn't be going into the shops because you couldn't see their face. There were people, shops closing down their doors to people with motorcycle helmets on, saying you have to have your full face shown to be able to come and shop in the store, for safety reasons. Then the irony is everybody's out there wearing masks. How the world turns.
It is crazy, isn't it? Fraser, how are you? Hello, Randy. How are you? Katrina, it's so nice to see you. Thank you to everybody who's in the room tonight. It's kind of deep, a little melancholy, this one. It was supposed to be light, but we did some soul work together, and I really needed it. Thank you. Like, I feel like I let go of a lot of pain tonight, and I think it gave me clarity to know that I'm not the only one suffering at times. Because you feel like you're alone in this sometimes, right? You feel like you're walking this path alone. And the truth is we're so connected, all of us, on so many levels. And it's so powerful to have three people who are, we're similar. We're not exact, but we're wired similarly. We're very sensitive. We love people. We go to the extra mile for people to the point where maybe it's dangerous. And then people get a little pissed off when the well's dry.
The irony is, you yourself, you give a lot of solace, a lot of upliftment, a lot of comfort to a lot of people. But like I always say, the brain surgeon, he can operate on countless amount of people, but he can't take the lid off his own head and be working inside. You can't run the process while you're in the process. It makes sense. We all go through it. We all go through it. We all need people.
But I've felt such an outpouring of love lately too. So I've been and feeling so connected. But I think sometimes being so connected at times can also be draining or dangerous. So it's a very thin line, right?
Yeah, 100%.
It can be very dangerous.
I think that's what Megan was trying to tell me from a loving light. And I don't know who used the word the veil or a thin. Was that you? Yeah. Can you go deeper into that before we go? I don't like the shows to go more than an hour, but I don't like these 3-hour shows because I never feel like anybody gets to the end of it. And what's really scary is a lot of times the last 20 minutes are sometimes the juiciest.
The best, yeah. Save the best till last.
Sorry, Megan. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, just with the veil. Yeah, I feel like someone has either put a veil over me or has pulled a veil off. I'm seeing the world very differently, and I'm finding some things to be like my perception of time is really screwy. At the moment, I used to think that 24 hours in a day was like a huge amount of time, but now it's not. It's 24 hours is nothing, and time just doesn't have that meaning for me anymore. I used to look at the time, and time dictated what I was going to do. Well, I've got to do this so I can be there, so I can pick that up, so I can get food, so I can cook this, there was such an importance on time, whereas now it's like, well, it's not actually. It's
they say it should get older, though.
I have to turn up for something. I have to turn up for work, but apart from that, I don't have to be anywhere.
No.
And if I'm not anywhere, the world's not going to end. Whereas it used to be for me, as I was just talking about then, I used to be so tied up in time and planning time, and things had to be done by a certain time. And now, I don't give a crap as long as I get to work on time. That's it.
I love that side of you. Yeah, the crap. But I feel like I'm being myself the last year and a half. I feel like I've been shot out of a cannon. It's like that, just gone, and especially last year, just. And feeling incredibly blessed that I'm still working somehow. My daughter's still working. My wife is still working. So many of my friends are like taking up, how do you make this bread? Needlepoint. Oh, I can paint the house. Like they're looking for things to do where I feel now it's like, hey, I might get a nap. It's so compact, but I also make it that way. So I have nobody else to blame. And I think I'm also enjoying the rush of life right now. I feel like I'm on waves.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you, Colin, before we go?
Before we go.
We got 10 minutes, roughly.
We got 10 minutes. Well, I say apart from the past couple of days, to be fair, it has only been the past couple of days where it's like I hit that wall, you could say. Hi, Dina. I hit that wall the past couple of days, but up until then, with Haps coming back, with Haps coming into my life, discovering this platform. I mean, I went for a spell a while ago. Did you hear about the blab? Did you ever experience the blab?
No, I was never part of the blab.
It's a shame. It's pretty similar to this. Yeah. And I met so many great people. Yeah. And made some really close friends. And things started to be able to move forward. Sorry?
I was more connected to the flab than the blab. My own personal flab. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. I think when you were on blab, I was in the flab.
Okay. So blab came and I met some great people, made some great friends, and things started to move forward for me. Because I was able to meet every day on a daily basis and do some great collaboration work. And then that folded. Then that hit me hard because it's almost like, you'd lost all your friends, your communication. It wasn't a case of, well, we should have put something in place. So like you got them on Skype or whatever. And then when this came to the fore, it's like it gave me a renewed vigor. Yeah, I'm still working with clients, but it gave me the opportunity to get back out there, if that makes sense.
Fraser's talking about love handles. Love handles, yes. That's what this is all about. The love handles, Fraser. You know that.
Yeah, we weren't talking about anything important. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're just talking shit.
Says, love to you all. Good night. Keep reaching for the top. Yeah. You can't help but love Fraser.
You can't. He's a good guy. I just want to polish his head and just give him a hug.
Well,
I just want to reach out,
Megan, tell him to behave.
Behave.
Behave, Colin.
I don't good, man.
I'm from the future.
From the future, and it's.
Are you from the future? Are you?
I'm from the future. I'm from Wednesday. Yeah.
Yes, you are. Actually, that is so freaking weird if you think about it. It is. It's freaking weird.
Yeah.
You look amazing in the future, by the way. You do.
Thank
you. Look amazing. Yes. So we have roughly.
Buy a wig. No, don't buy a wig, Fraser. I'm just joshing. You're a great guy. I like you. I've been saying to Michael for days, I like Fraser. Have I not said that, Michael?
True? Oh, we love you. We love Fraser. He would say,
we do.
You know what? I think he's been sucker punched today.
Okay.
He was sucker punched by a few people today. Megan, you were perfect before. Now you're messing with perfection. How can you make perfection?
I'm sorry. So someone just sent me a message, so I'm just replying to them.
You should reply to them.
I'm at work. Yeah, I know, right?
It costs nothing. Yeah, don't worry about the show. It's all good. It will take care of itself.
Reply to them, dear. Do you need to go down for do you need to type for a second? We can just hear you type. It reminds me of Ravi. Ravi used to angry type. He would do the smashing typing.
Oh right, yeah, making sure the keys hit. Yeah.
And I'd be like, is there some correlation between your love life and the smashing of the keys? And he goes, what do you mean? Sexual tension, sir. Sexual tension.
Sexual tension.
Yes.
Is that better? I've finished now.
You can do whatever you want. I'm just so grateful you're here. You type, you dance, you sing, you do whatever it is. I'm just grateful to have you in the room today. And I'm glad that you're not mad at me because I thought you were mad at me. So that makes me happy.
No. And it's lovely talking to you. I've missed you. I've missed you a lot. And last time I spoke with you, I was a little bit sliding off the edge of the planet. So
that's okay. That's okay. We do that. Now. But there's a cost in what you do. There's a cost in what you do. You're dealing with very heavy energies. You're dealing with people who are probably in the worst state of their life that they've ever been. I've always thought, God, it must be awful to be a police officer because you're seeing people at their worst. They're either being victimized or they're in a state of, drugs or, they've lost all forms of self-respect. And if people lie to you constantly, that would affect you. I don't care who you are. That would affect you.
Yeah.
You'd lose trust, wouldn't you? You would automatically default to second guessing.
And it'd be hard not to take all that shit home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Like so the guy walking behind the horse and cart with a shovel.
Like what you do, I don't know if you shared what you do, but what you do it's so needed. And it's God's work, if you ask me. Like, if more so than a preacher, the households now, people don't realize how insane it is because we have people that are together 24/7 that used to, be outside the house. They could be they can be somewhat civil before because they had space, where now it just everything erupts.
Right back in there. Yeah.
Do you have anybody before we go? Does anybody have one little grounding tip before we go? Because we have been talking mostly about mental health today, even though it was supposed to be light.
There's a great little trick. I don't know how well it translates in a broadcast, but you know at night how when you go to sleep, your eyes roll into the back of your head?
Yes.
That sets you, like primitively, that sets you into a highly restful state. About 50% of the population can roll their eyes into the back of their head while they're conscious. If you're one of those people, you're very lucky. So what I recommend to people to do is to breathe in very deeply, try and roll their eyes back into the back of their head, and then breathe out, and do that about 3 times. If you are one of those people that it works for, you will still feel an instantaneous calm because your body believes that it's been put into a deep resting state.
It's like
everybody listening here has been sat there with their eyes closed trying to roll their eyes back in their head. I just tried it myself, and it's quite relaxing. I can do that. I can actually roll my eyes across the table. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah. No, I actually felt that. It was beautiful. Thank you. But anytime
you can do that 3 or 4 times when you're in a meeting, no one knows you're doing it, but you've just brought yourself right down.
Yeah. The thing I used to do if I was in a heated argument with someone, I would say to myself, okay, concentrate on your breath. And sometimes if it was really bad, I would rub the back of my neck, and there's like, the very back of your neck, and I would just rub it there a little bit. And I would be, okay, let them fully speak and wait 5 seconds in between until they're done.
I like that.
That's a good one.
Because when I was younger, I would never listen to you. I would just have, the next clever comeback that I had in the top of my head, wanting to pounce on you, and really had no form of compassion of where you were. It was all about me winning in the moment. I think one of the coolest things I ever heard was that those that try to get even rarely get ahead.
Those that
those that try to get even rarely get ahead.
Okay, I like that.
And we just so need to know that we're connected, and when we say vicious things to each other and try to shred each other, we're indirectly affecting ourselves. Just like we were all breathing there, and I could actually almost feel the room breathing. I felt that connective love just for a second, and I forgot all my problems, who I am, my ego, my little encapsulated ego, what I think I am, my story, those crazy stories we tell ourselves which aren't true. I want to end it with this. This is awesome. I just got this from my guides.
I don't want to give my tip. I don't want to give my tip. That's fine. Carry on.
No. Go ahead. What's your tip? Go ahead.
I'll just sit in the corner quietly, Michael. Not a problem. Right. Okay. Here's one for you. Right.
Yeah.
We've all experienced. Everybody's laughing now. We've all experienced. Seriously. Woosah. We've all experienced that moment where we're getting to the bath, and it's like really hot, and we get in, and it's like, and it feels so good, doesn't it? Now we can do that at any time, and it gives you the same feeling. Just take that deep breath, whatever's going on, and imagine you're just laying down in the bath and just feels so good. Just feels so good. You can even imagine that you just sat down in the bath, and for that split second, you just feel so much more relaxed.
I could just listen to your voice and I would feel more relaxed, to be honest with you. Yeah, you have a beautiful voice. Okay, here's the question. Are you done? So I don't railroad you again there in my OCD? Okay. Here's what my guide said. Ask them both if you could go back in time and you could go to talk to your 16-year-old self and give yourself a little bit of a pick-me-up or a nugget of truth, what would you say to yourself?
That's an easy one. That's an easy one. I actually use this with people. All you've got to say to yourself is, look, it's okay. You're going to get through this. You made it through this. I know because I'm here, but I'm always with you, and know that I'm always with you.
Whoa. What he said. What he said.
Yeah. Bless you. That's beautiful. I just heard knocking on the door. Was that you guys?
Oh, sorry.
No, it was
that
different.
Was me.
Was that you? Okay.
That was
what
me.
would you what would you say?
I would say the exact same thing. That was beautiful. I wouldn't have said it with quite as much love and understanding. Like, hey, dickhead, it's gonna be all right. Chill out.
I'll try that. I'm going to do it.
Soothing, but that's my version.
I'll try that.
It's a great T-shirt. I think it works good. I think it'll sell. Hey, dickhead. It's all going to work out. Yeah. And on the back, sorry, I am a little harsh. But okay. I would say to myself, if I went back, I would say spend less time doing and less time worrying. Less fear and more doing. When you start feeling fear, just know that I believe in you, and I know the abilities that you're going to develop. I was so trying to play out some story in my head that wasn't even remotely me, because I never felt like I was enough. And from that lack, I always was frozen. And I put on this facade that I was God's greatest creation, but I never believed it.
I think we've all been through that.
Yeah.
I think we've all been through that. It's a coping strategy, coping mechanism. And the irony is it bites you on your ass because, I said that bad word, because you're never going to measure up to this self-imposed limitation, this self-imposed crown that you're trying to wear. You're never going to get there. But on the flip side of that, I mean, I do. I'm not trying to steal your thunder. You've obviously got to say the last word and clear the show down. But the issue that I have, when people say try to move away and recognize that it's just a story that you're telling yourself, that you're going through life and this is happening. It's only a story that we're telling ourselves. And so many people say, try and move away from that story. It's just a story we're telling ourselves. You don't have to hold any store by it. The reality of it is, even when you do try to move away from that, you're creating a new story. So the story has to have credibility. Otherwise, you end up with no identity. And then your brain starts screaming.
Yeah, the ego is such a dangerous thing.
Wow.
It's one of those things that's like this unquenchable thirst that has to be fed. And I think one of the sweetest things that I say to myself is be humble, be kind, be humble, be kind. When I feel I'm starting to become, that 16-year-old again, and occasionally comes up, not very often now though. Yeah. Not very often. I'm really good at being focused now, I think, in living in the moment.
It's so much easier to create a new reference point, as I call it in here, than to forget something. We've got to put something new. We've got to give a new possibility. We've got to create a new junction. If we've got something that we're trying to move through, we've got to have somewhere to go. So you create that new junction. But sometimes, just sometimes, you're walking down that pathway and thinking you're going down the road that you've now chosen for yourself, that you've mapped out, you've put all the things in place, and just something catches your eye and you go straight down that old path. That is when our old self comes out, because it's still in there.
Oh yeah.
But through the repetition, through, like I say, going through the cornfield and you're wearing that path down. So every time you walk by the cornfield, you know what path to go down. But that original pathway is still there. We've always got to watch out for that. Recognize it, acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Megan, do you want to have the last word before we go here?
My last word is going to have to be, I have to go because I have a meeting. So sorry about that.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here. So,
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
To meet you. To meet you.
Lovely to meet you and lovely to reconnect.
Yes. So we'll beam you down, and do you know how to do that?
Nope.
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 Okay. Okay, let me look here. All right. Oh, there's back.
Musical chairs. I like this.
Hello. Goodbye.
This she has gone. Bless her. Lovely lady. Lovely lady.
Oh my God, we were going deep there, brother.
Yeah, loved it.
She was opening doors for us.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. I could feel it.
I kind of forgot where I was there for a second. I love that. We should say hi to the room before we go. We were kind of in our own little cloud there.
We were.
Who did we miss here? We didn't. See, the thing is with the comments, I never know. Luke, MCC, thank you so much. Do you feel the energy is different now? The energy
there's a calmness. There's a tranquility.
There was an intensity when the three of us were together. We were revving each other.
Yeah, I've just got into the bath now. It's like, whew, yeah, just nice.
I love talking to her, and I genuinely was worried that I had either hurt her feelings or done something. I don't know, but according to her, I didn't. Maybe she was just in one of those times where you know, the dark night of the soul, right? Where we all have that.
Yep. Yep.
Am I going to see you tomorrow? Are you available in the morning tomorrow to uplift?
I should be around, Michael. I should be around. Yes, because my batteries are recharged. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. You know, jump in that bath.
It works.
Yeah. If you want to sponsor this lovely man right here, Colin Porter, please do. Are you going to start doing some of your own material?
I am. As I say, I uploaded one tonight, one that I did with a good friend of mine in New York, Mario. I don't know whether you got a chance to check it out, but it's a little bit of a chat about conditioning and the basics. And I had a couple of people come in. I got a 10-cent gift or something, which was quite impressive. You know, that was a nice thought. The fact that somebody donated, you know.
It's nice to get that. Yeah, I'm at 91% of my $50 goal. I got up to almost $100 last year, but I don't know where that money went.
No,
I don't know.
Is it a reality? Is it a figment of our imagination?
Easy come, easy go, little high, little low. But you were wonderful tonight. And if you're ever feeling like you're inspired,
okay,
message me through Haps or something. You know what? I'm going to actually look in that email.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you my phone number. And then if you ever, because sometimes I feel inspired, but I don't want to go on myself. And I find you and I, we can bounce off of each other well.
Here's a question for you, Michael. Do you have WhatsApp? Do you have WhatsApp?
I got to get it. Everybody is saying, Michael, get WhatsApp.
You get WhatsApp. Give me your number. I'll add you, and then you can just send me a message anytime, and I'll shoot you a message. And
we can do video chat on that as well. Oh, I want to do one plug. Unplug here. Unplug. So, folks, this is one of my sponsors now.
Wow.
It's Fafine, okay? And Fafine is actually this microphone that I'm using right now. And you can talk like this, and you can pretend that you're Colin, and then you can go, a warm bath.
I like that. That works. That's a great sounding microphone, by the way.
It is, and you know what's so nice too? It reminds me of the song. You ready?
Yeah.
Hey Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine.
You blow my mind. Hey Mickey.
So fine.
Hey Mickey. Yes.
Yes, but it's more like, hey Mikey, you're so fine. You're so
fine. Oh, I like it. Yes.
But I don't mean myself. So
you're a Mikey, not a Mickey. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm everything. A Mickey sounds pretty good right now, actually. Just
okay.
You know what a Mickey is, don't you? You put it in your pocket.
Yeah, Mickey. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. The other, just one sec here, if I can find one. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. I do want to discuss something before we go. And I think it's important that we all discuss these things every day before we go. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on the show every day. If I feel like it or not, I'm going to be there 6:30 to 7:30.
Commitment.
There, I probably lost internet connection.
Oh, okay. Love is Habs.
Now, do you still feel that way, people? Do you still feel? Leave it in the comments in the rebroadcast. Are you happier? I feel like the mobile app is better than it's ever been now. They're finally, I feel like, getting some strides. I noticed some people today were able to do landscape on their phone. So when they were driving, it makes a world of difference. And that's what we're on right now. It fills the full screen. The other thing you can do too, hey guys, Mike, you going to sing for us?
Hey, Mickey. No, I just got caught by the comment in there. I'm not trying to talk over you. A calmness or a communist. Some people make crazy comments. Go ahead, Michael.
Go for it. Go. I think that's funny. That's funny. Come on.
Calmness, communist. It doesn't work. I'm the word guy, so I know if we join Habs now.
Now. Do that. Do a little plug for us. Go for it. Go for it.
If you've got nowhere to go, if you're lost, if there's no light at the end of the tunnel, join Habs now.
It could change your life. And
for the better.
If you feel like having a smoke,
watch out. There's a Randy about. No, we're okay.
Yeah, no smoke and no drink. What were you thinking, my friend? I think most of the pleasures in life are gone once you do that. If you have no smoke and no drink. But you know what? He's right, because on Facebook, they will mark you if you have people on your broadcast that are smoking and drinking. I
don't do it to Facebook. But if you'd said to me, if you're coming on my show, because of the constrictions, I prefer you not to smoke, that's not a problem.
The way I look at it, I'm blessed enough to have you in. I will put up with your smoking. I will put up with you in your shorts if you have to. Like, you do what you got to do. We talked about this before. And even if you do some feet clapping, just for the...
I've been working on that. Watch this. No, not tonight. Another day.
Another day. We should save that for the Saturday shows.
Yes, the Saturday feet clapping.
Saturday shows, yes. Yes. Life is all about the repetition and an occasional good feet clap.
It is. Repetition.
Yes. And sometimes you can do some feet clapping with your partner. This is a very different show now. we went from now we're back to goofiness.
You guys are a great combo to watch and to listen to.
Oh,
you haven't even started yet. We haven't even got warmed up yet.
I have to pay you better for saying that. That was so nice of you. The check is thank you. So, yeah, I agree. I agree. I think this is a heavenly match here for sure. I also noticed too, I get a lot more women in my broadcast when I have Colin.
Stop by more. Oh,
yeah, right. And I think that's going to be a growing trend. It's sometimes a sausage fest, but if you bring Colin in, we suddenly have females.
Have you noticed this?
Mm-hmm.
You talk to certain people. You come onto apps. You talk to certain people, and people start to warm to you, and you start to build this rapport with them.
Yes.
You start to notice that certain people start to create a little bit of a separation there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? This is what I'm discovering at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
I'm discovering at the moment. It's not a bad thing. Birds of a feather flock together. If, what is it? As I mentioned the other day, if you don't like my house, wipe your feet on the way out. That's not a problem. The people that get along with me, that resonate with me, they'll take me as I am. If I say things that offend, if I say something that really offends you, then get over it. That was harsh, but
the thing that I've noticed in here, to be honest with you, and it makes me know that things are working and that things are well lubricated and everything is starting to groove, is we have people who are saying, this is my sandbox. And I don't want anybody in the sandbox. And I'm going to dictate to you who goes in your sandbox. And if you want me to come by your sandbox, then you have to play by these rules. And today, while I was having the prepper interview, we had some people getting a little punchy with each other in the comments. And Hans is the nicest guy, not really knowing, not knowing the backstory, going, what? And he wasn't sure if these innuendos or backhanded things were for him or, but he was bright enough that he kind of figured out, okay, this isn't me. This has nothing to do with me. This is pre-existing tension that is now in here, which I think is phenomenal in a scope if it's this way. But in the comments, it's just distracting. Right? Unless you bring it in and make it entertaining, which is what you and I do.
Well, you have to. I mean, laughter is I've said it before, it's a great tonic. You know, it helps us move forward. We can deal with so many things if we can just find the funny side of it. Even if there's nothing funny, make something funny about it. I mean, if you got, when I'm working with people, if you got like a really bad experience of your life, okay, we're going a bit deep here just for a second. You got a really bad experience of your life, and every time something happens that triggers that image comes up.
Right.
Now, if it's a known fact scientifically. I mean, you can do your research. Anybody listening in on the side, do your research. This is how memory works. Okay, so you pull that memory out, you look at it, and then you put it back. Each time you put it back, it's slightly different. I mean, this is why the police, when they go to the scene of a crime, they're interviewing so many different people. They're trying to get an average of these different accounts of what's going on. But you can pull a memory out, put it back. Now, if you take that memory and manipulate it in some way, shape, or form, make it really crazy, make it really stupid, make it like paint it into a clown's face if it's spiders, you know, put big boots on them, put whatever, you know, yellow scarf, put a big hairy spider in a mankini, do whatever you want, but manipulate that image, that reference, stick it back in there. And you try to get back into that bad feeling, you will struggle so much. It is what it is. Humor fixes everything.
I just lost my way there for a second because I got a very strange comment.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. My comments are not showing up, and the last one was the guys who were great.
That's a strange comment. I'm not going to mention that. It's not cool.
No, please do. Please do.
No.
Go on. We can take it.
We'll do this off air. No. This is. Sometimes you got to know boundaries, and that one's not good. But
tell me in the green room. Tell me in the green room.
Yeah, I'll tell you. But
I'm not worried.
Clearly, some people are listening to us right now.
Good. Why not? You know, what you see is what you get. You know, I spend my life helping people, but I'm a rough diamond. You know, if you can't handle it, then don't talk to me.
One of my favorite songs by Led Zeppelin is "When the Levee Breaks." I think the levee broke.
Okay.
When the levee breaks.
I haven't got a clue. I've never tried to sing that one.
No, you don't want to. You don't want to. Yeah, we'll just be rambling on, which is another one of my favorite Led Zeppelin songs.
Yeah.
But good luck singing like Led Zeppelin. My God, he can't even sing now that way, unfortunately. Okay. But yeah, I met Jimmy Page, the guitar player.
Okay.
And
what was he like?
It was weird. It was weird. You could tell that there had been. I think the drugs had done stuff. Yeah, I think that's the nicest way of saying it.
Okay.
You know, I think if you live that lifestyle long enough, and I think that would be clear with any rocker of that time, you know, you can only do so much, and then it starts to affect the pathways because the behaviors at times, like he was quite clever, but then he didn't seem like he was there. I don't know. I don't know, maybe I'm being mean. I don't know. He was very kind to me. And maybe I was just seeing a level of stardom I've never seen before.
Mm.
But there was a lot of procedure that had to be done.
Okay.
And people were acting very erratic. So
Right.
maybe that was affecting him too, because we had people hiding out in the building just trying to get close to him.
Okay.
And he had this massive bodyguard. Huge guy, like two of me. And he looks at me and he says, "You, me, and him in the elevator. That's it. Nobody else. You get it? Got it? Done."
Mm.
This beautiful woman is in the elevator as we go in. And Jimmy looks over at me and goes, "Rules are meant to be bent, my friend. Who are you? My God, you're lovely." And at that moment, whatever he had done before, I fell in love with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I was like, okay. And you could tell the bodyguard, who was a nice man, was just stewing. And he looked at me like, "This is the shit I deal with, man."
Yeah. You just know he's thinking.
Yeah, he didn't say that, but it was just like, I'm supposed to have these rules. And all it takes is a beautiful girl, and she was a beautiful girl. I think I would have said the same thing. But I think stars live in a different world. And I've been briefly around it a few times. And some of them are so gracious and lovely and just amazing human beings. And other people I've met throughout the years, including pro golfers, have sometimes really disappointed me.
Okay.
Because they really believe there's something.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think a lot of it's a little bit like we give them the hype that they're trying to live up to as well, because we only see like a thin slice of their life, don't we? We see the side that they want to put forward.
Yeah.
You see an actor on TV that's stereotyped. They always played a specific role, and you assume that is how that person is. We tend to forget because we've stepped into that episode, we've stepped into that movie, we've switched off our awareness to everything else, and we're immersed in that. And we assume that that's how the person is, but they can be completely different in real life. That's why I just said I'm a bit of a rough diamond. I spend my life helping people, but if people can't take me, then it is what it is.
Yeah. The other thing I got to remember too is I've never lived that life, so I don't know the fatigue in it.
Yeah, it must be.
Like I remember one time I watched Elton John and I was just appalled because he had a little hissy fit one time because someone said yoo-hoo to him.
Oh.
Yoo-hoo. And he just lost it. Lost it. And when I was a kid, he was a god to me. I loved him. I loved Rocket Man and Crocodile Rock and Your Song and Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. Like, I loved his music. And some 10 years later, I saw him and some fan wanted to talk to him and he just kind of lost it. And I was like, where now I'm like, well, if you've been dealing with that for 30 years.
You thought he'd be a little bit better at it. Yeah. Water the duck's back and all that kind of thing.
You know who I'd love to meet is Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart.
Yeah, I would love to meet him. Just to talk to him. Not to hear him sing, not to just because I've seen him in some interviews, and every once in a while, like when we get deep, he is crazy interesting. Another guy that no one would ever guess. I would love to meet Tom Jones.
Well, that's not unusual.
Yeah, the green grass of home.
My.
What a voice. I love when he did Kiss by Prince. I thought he elevated it to a whole other level.
Oh, he did. He wasn't a young man at the time either, was he?
No. And there was a guy. He's still handsome. Yeah. He was making like $9 million a year in the 70s.
Wow.
When he was doing his own show. He had a little variety show. And that's when oh my God, 9 million. You could probably buy 5 blocks of houses somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, without a doubt.
You know, I don't know what that would equate to now. It'd be at least, I would assume, about 200 million.
Oh, it'd be. Hang on a minute. It'd be the best part of no end.
Well, I love that we kept this to a mere 1 hour.
Yep.
And I love that we stayed true to the course.
That's what we do
I
best.
felt like we started another show when she had left, but we got deep.
Oh, yes.
And I can see people watching this later if they ever get to the end of this. But thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
It is.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, anytime. And I hope to see you. And once we get off here, I will inform you of what I.
Yes, please do. Yes.
Yeah. And everybody who joined us tonight, thank you. Are your comments different than mine? Because mine kind of froze. Can you
mine froze it. You guys are a great combo to watch and to listen to.
Yeah.
That's all. People to stop commenting. They just gave up. They thought we're wasting our time. Cole's on. Cole's in the chair. No, we're not going to listen to this. We're not going to interact. It's not happening.
But sometimes what happens too is that I'll shut it down and then I'll come back and there's like 35 comments that I never saw.
Maybe so.
So I think that's a glitch. But thank you. We appreciate you. We hope to see you in the future. And we hope that there will be more freedom inside the sandboxes in the future.
Oh, lots of room in this sandbox.
Yes. And so we always have room for you here in the inn.
Room for one more. Any room, only 1 point.
Absolutely. Another day, another story, my friend. Bye-bye.
So we're now